Hey YouTubers, I'm going to give another tour of what's probably my most favorite campground anywhere. It's Ontongaon Township Park on the shores of beautiful Lake Superior. I hope you enjoy.
I think there's a total of like 6 campers here with people in them. I think there's a couple more of seasonals that just haven't taken them away yet. And I know it was down to single digits. A couple came in yesterday, so it might be higher. Their season is about 3 or 4 days away from being over here.
I actually spent a lot of time camping in Ontongaon Township Park this year because I really like it and because of COVID. So I was up in the summer and in the fall. My first trip during the summer, this place was packed, I think to the point where they were turning people away. And I came back up in the fall twice. So this video is going to be mostly snapshots. And heck, they'll even let a guy wearing Ohio State shorts up here. They're very nice people. So this campground is broken down into like 3 sections. They have some outhouses scattered around. They'll let you bring your dog. You got a leash law, but that's all good. But you have awesome lakefront campsites right on Lake Superior. And this is what I would call the front section. So there's campsites on the water and there's campsites just off the water. Just a beautiful campground. And again, all the people are super cool and super nice, and it's just a great place to go and kick back a little bit. And in the fall, it's just beautiful up here. And now I'll break down the cost for non-residents. Residents live here, they know what it costs. It's $28 a night for lakefront, and you have a 9-day limit. You don't have to leave, but you have to go off lakefront. And the non-lakefront sites are $21 a day. Just a really good deal to be right on Lake Superior. They also have a day use building that you can rent, which is pretty cool if people want to have gatherings and stuff like that, but it's not an overnight spot. And yes, they sell firewood and ice. I put their website link in the description box. They also just added a day use area for locals and campers called Doug's Sunset Park. It's a really nice spot to go and relax. And it's fully handicap accessible, which makes it great for everybody to enjoy the beauty of Lake Superior. I gotta say, the camp staff is as friendly and as helpful as any I've ever met. This is Lakeshore Drive, beautiful in the summer, spectacular in the fall, and it's the boundary to what's considered the back section of the campground. Across the road, there's a ton of other camping there. This time of year it was closed because the season's getting late, but there's areas to camp in the woods, there's areas to camp in open spaces, and just a great campground, great atmosphere. Both the front section on the lake and the back section are electric and water, but they do have a service if you want to dump your RV and not move it, that for a fee, they'll come and dump your tanks for you. I also think these spots back in the woods are pretty cool, pretty nice. And the whole campground, you don't feel too crowded at all. Now in the summer, I will tell you, it was pretty packed. They've been getting busier and busier as the years go by, since I've been coming up here for a few years. But look at the trees. I mean, in fall, this place is just spectacular. More of those outhouses I was telling you about. So a couple important things to know. They don't take reservations. You can call the day of, and if they have a space, they'll hold it for you. And you can move around once you get there, but they don't do reservations, and they also don't take credit cards. They take cash or check. And luckily in Ontongaon, there are some places where you can get some cash out of ATMs and stuff. Not that you care, but this is the campsite I usually take. It's a pretty small one, so I just have a van, and I figure I'm helping them out by taking a good spot on a corner that a lot of the other RVs won't fit in. And if you get in but couldn't get a lakefront site, don't worry. They keep a list and they move people to lakefront sites as they become available based on who got there first. This is the bridge that takes you to the newer section and the shower house. The shower house is pretty cool, but it's 75 cents to take a shower, so bring your quarters. There are some tent sites that are $20 a night, and they have a dump station. And this is the newer section, they call it. These have a 16-day limit, and then you have to move off of them. and these sites are $35 a night. There's a playground for both locals and campers, and then to me, one of the main reasons you come to Ontongaon are the sunsets. Personally, I'm a huge sunset fan. I've seen them from Key West, coast to coast, and several other countries. To be honest with you, these are some of the best I've ever seen. It's just spectacular here. And Lake Superior, it can go from as calm as a pond to sinking huge freighters. If you're looking for a place to camp in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, I highly recommend Ontongaon Township Park. You'll have a great and wonderful day. If you see me pull in, save me a spot. And don't forget, Ontongaon's a nice little town, and you're only minutes away from the Porcupine Mountains and beautiful Lake of the Clouds. So there's so many opportunities of things to do in Ontongaon, Michigan. One last important factor, the money you spend at the campground helps the local community, so it's a win-win.